niggas in the back. Yo, listen.
Chris and Beef in the
back. Barstool. Oh, shit, nigga.
He should have been somebody's dog. Fucking running out on a farm. Neefy! Come on home, boy!
Definitely a country dog.
Yeah.
Leafy. 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 Oh, shit. We on and popping?
We are popping it
on over Redenbacher in this bitch. Welcome to a hot box, nigga. That's the name of the show now. welcome to the Just Baked with a D at the end. Nigga is toasted. Channel, you are now listening and watching for the niggas out here with the visual optical proof.
On the tube use.
You're on the tubers. Watermelon versus pumpkin, niggas. Watermelon, which is a green and red pinkish fruit. And a pumpkin, which is, we're not sure what that is.
The orange.
It's a gourd. It's
As you blew my mind with this week, it is soul food for white people.
This is true. And now
can someone find my wig? This is gone.
It's gone. You get the team in here? You get the Scroots?
Can we get the wig retrieval experts? Because I don't have it anymore.
Hey, sometimes we got to call the aces when we see them. You know what I mean? People are just confused. They think they don't know things. White people don't know soul food. Yeah, they do. It's just they have different kinds of soul food. What the fuck? Can it be that? Can't they like pumpkin and arugula?
True.
Arugula sits in my soul. Yeah, and it usually sits in my iguana's cage.
Fucking radicchio.
Radicchio. Oh, the first time I heard the radicchio was real.
True.
Yeah, I was like, oh. I remember we had the music back in the day for, we put a project together, an old group I was with, and we had the guy, Frank, Mr. Friendly was his stick he would do. And it was all his skits where just like he was an Italian guy from Queens, and he's like, oh, you fucking yuppie fuck. We'd have him basically jump on the CD to roast us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was one of those. It was great. But he was like, oh, you fucking Connecticut scumbags with your fucking ski rags on your Volvos and your bags of radicchio. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Listen, I live in Connecticut, nigga. I never heard of radicchio. I don't know what that is. That's, you're talking about Greenwich cats eat that.
Right. It's somewhere in that lettuce family deep.
Right. Oh.
Now, what I will say is it is the summer, and, man, I feel bad for the women that have to wear that hijab because that woman right now is just, and I understand why they absolutely never wear anything but sandals because you got to get that heat off you somewhere.
I can only imagine that. I put it together that those are paper thin, and they wearing no drawers or no panties, no bras, nothing.
Right. Hopefully it's breathable.
Right, and then like a whoosh comes underneath, and it's like babushka. You know what I mean? Get that thing fucking floating. That's what I would think. I mean, they're in the desert with that shit, so I mean, I guess this ain't really nothing. If you think about like they're marching around fucking desert heat, like it's nothing, my friend.
But you never know if that's where they came from or if she just grew up here. So that
this is true.
And then
that was racist.
Man, you got to feel bad for the.
Sorry.
We got to feel bad for the kids too because they don't know nothing but this fucking heat.
Right. It's like put it on me. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure we got some cultural people walking by. Look like they from the motherland, perhaps. Some Mom Dukes.
Yeah. See, that's a nice thing about these episodes where if you are watching on the YouTube, if by chance you pop it on the Just Bake channel on YouTube, we get some nice people watching. We put on the wide angle lens. We sit in the car and we get some characters that walk by. Right. It's a beautiful thing.
The atmosphere passes through us, not by us, nigga. It's like, I mean, right now, I want to wear a dashiki, nigga, because I'm close to the motherland right now. That's all it means. You know what I mean? When you get close to the motherland, you respect it all.
Got to earth yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go barefoot in the backyard, man. Just connect to it.
Connect.
Right?
At some point, eat a grub, nigga. Lift up a rock and eat a grub.
For real. Dig your heels in.
Eat some grub. Get in touch with your ancestors, your Neanderthal cousins, cuz.
Real quick, before we go any further, say your name.
Oh, I am. Who am I? Who the fuck am I, nigga? I am the nigga with the poofy crusted top. It's your boy Young Paste, YUNG, pass that rye, nigga. We out here. You know what I mean? I'm not a pastor rye.
You sounded like you were on a fucking infomercial selling it. And what we do, we come over here, we cut the onions, and then we pass that rye. Got to bring it over. Toast it up, toast the top.
Hey, rye guy, why don't you pass that? Pass rye? Did you pass that pass rye? Or I don't... Whatever. Shunk pastry, nigga. We out here, episode 80.
At the end of the bread aisle, we passed the rye. Bars.
Ooh, I love me some rye though. I ain't gonna front. I'll pick it over wheat any day.
Oh, definitely, man. The rye, the toasted rye. Are you kidding me, man? From a diner?
So right. So my options are white, wheat, or rye. You know what I'm gonna do. Look me in the eye,
Tell me
nigga.
rye.
Right.
Come on.
Look me right in my eye. Tell me exactly know what the fuck I want.
Rye, want it that way. Come on, man. Rye, yo, and especially somehow diners get it different because I'm telling you, rye bread at a diner with a little bit of butter on it, maybe some jelly. Come on, man.
Rye.
That might say rye. That might save your life at a diner.
Listen,
Come on, man.
Woof. It's been known, nigga. You need something to soak up that belly on that alcohol flow? Get you some rye and pancakes, nigga.
True.
Rye guy. We don't want no rye guys.
I don't want no rye guy.
I want to be one, nigga.
So yeah, like we said, man, episode 80. You know what it is, man. We you seen it, you heard it. Sometimes we got people collecting bottles and they hear us talking and they give us this side rye. And I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. On everything, it's spelled correctly, not the first but the second. You know what it is and where we are, man. Watermelon versus Pumpkin.com, watermelonvspumpkin.com, Watermelon versus Pumpkin on Instagram, Lil Mattress on Instagram, other things on Instagram, man. We got that Facebook group out there for the Just Baked channel, the Facebook group for the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast. We see it growing. The YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe, all that.
Get that.
And, keep spreading the name. Also, if you want to pick up any merchandise, gbiclothing.com. gbiclothing.com. We got all our stuff up there for whatever you need, man. There's plenty of shirts. Help support because this costs a little bit every month just to upload everything and get it out there to you for free. So if you want to support, please do.
Hoodie season's coming soon. Don't let the summer shit fool you. It's going to be here quick, nigga.
Yep. All links down
October.
below.
Yeah.
Because right now we're in that thing where last night was relatively brisk because I work overnight. Last night was nice and brisk. But as soon as that sun comes up, you're in that fuck you territory, man.
The haze where you start seeing the shit come off the concrete. You look at the concrete like, damn, am I in the desert?
Is this the oasis?
Right. What the fuck is that mirage? Is that my auntie? Oh, that's just a prostitute standing in the middle of the street.
Oh, and also, if you want to hit us up and ask any questions, comment on anything, call or text our hotline here, 203-594-6977. Lines are always open. Leave a message. Send a text. Let us know that you're out there listening. Where you're from. You got a question. You want some advice. You want to talk that shit. If there's something that we're not doing that we used to be doing, because you know what happens like that. Like, you ever rediscover apple juice?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got some in the fridge. Listen. I pulled the plug because I saw it. I was like, yeah, that's going down.
Right?
I haven't had apple juice in I don't know how long. I'm about to take that. Let me get that.
Telling
real quick.
you, man.
I'm on a search for some clearly Canadians right now, nigga. Order them bitches on Amazon. But they want it crazy. Like, you look at some shit like that. I think it was like $40 a case. I'm like, yo, wildin'.
Oh, man, and since we talked about it, was it last episode? I believe it was last episode. Yeah, man, they have discontinued Peach Jolly Ranchers. They don't exist anymore.
That hurt my heart.
There was even a couple of, what are they called? We signed petitions out there. I saw some online petitions to bring them back, and it looks like it has fallen on deaf ears.
Hey, listen, we might have to put a T-shirt on this on our fucking GBI clothing that's with a Jolly Rancher, Peach Jolly Rancher that's in it just is gone but not forgotten. Right?
We gotta put that shit on a milk carton.
Right. The Jolly Rancher on a milk carton, gone but not forgotten. We're missing, nigga, but bring them back home. Damn, that's a great idea. A milk carton with a peach Jolly Rancher. I don't even think they do that anymore.
I don't. Yeah,
that was a thing, man. Holy shit!
That
Missing
really was.
faces on the side of it. We got internet now, but back then that was the internet, man. Milk cartons.
That was it.
That's how you. That was your Amber Alert.
Yeah. And every now and then, like we will remind you that we are old as fuck because if you don't remember that out there, but you might remember that out there because that was a thing back in the day. That's what everybody had. Milk. And nowadays, I can't tell you the last time I drank milk. It's all almond milk, all that other stuff, and now it kind of changed the palate where. I like that stuff. At first, you get the little different, but now I'm like, yo, almond milk all day.
Yeah. I tried it. It's pretty good. It's just pricey for me. I still get. I like to do. I'm a 2% milk guy. I like to do a little 2%. The whole milk just feels like so much sometimes.
Whole milk is too thick.
Yeah, it's there. I enjoy a good glass of milk when the time is right. But when I'm eating my cereal, 2% is fine. I even do fucking skim milk. Like I don't. It's a little watery looking, but it gets the job done.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're
Young,
talking
skimmy.
You're talking about the days of like I might have used some water before.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna get some water. Fuck it.
I remember eating cereal with water because that's all you had and being so fucking pissed. Or what's might even be worse than that is there was always some powdered milk in the cupboard.
Oof.
Now, if you've never had powdered milk,
I have not.
That's some
I
ghetto-ass
don't
shit
think so.
that we used to live with, man.
I don't recall me making it, but I'm not saying it wasn't in the house.
It wasn't
because
consumed.
That might have been that part of that food stamp flow. I'm sure that's what you got. Powdered milk. You got your fucking bread, and you milk and bread.
Yep.
Didn't say how that milk was supposed to come to you, but you got it. You got your cheese, you got your bread, you got your milk.
It's even one of those things where obviously I don't know how everything's made, but then I have to think of like, why was the powdered milk even in existence? But yeah, that shit is.
Somebody said it's convenient.
You can taste the difference. Let me put it that way. You can taste the fucking difference.
You know what I had not too long ago that was pretty fucking good? Oatmeal milk. It was a oat
milk.
Yes, it was an oatmeal milk. It was phenomenal. I'm not even gonna lie. It tasted really fucking good. I don't know. She got it somewhere, and I just drank the shit.
You know what I tried? I tried the walnut milk, and that was
not familiar.
I can't say it was bad, but as it should, because it is what it is. It just tasted like you're drinking a walnut, and so that shit was weird. Because,
yeah, it's just like this. No, it's nutty. Very nutty.
got a nutty taste.
I'm just drinking this. It's real nutty. Is that what we're doing here? It's just.
And speaking of being real nutty,
Nuts.
there is a gentleman who just kicked open the doors to the closet, and came out this week and has identified as real nutty. And it's
nuts.
funny nowadays to where it's not a big deal at all anymore, which is nice to see. You know,
people starting to not give a fuck.
Society growing and all that stuff, because there's always been talk of like there's gay rappers out there, and the gentleman that does the Old Town Road song, Lil Nas X, just came out of the closet on Pride Day, and so shout out to him. I know I've said it before, I'm going to say it again until it happens, I still want the hardcore gay rap. I want the gay gangster rapper. That's what I want.
He's going to be out there. Listen.
Man, I mean, I know that they are out there, but just, behind the scenes and shit.
There's gay gangs. I saw a fucking, it might have been on Vice or something, but it was like a documentary one time about gay gangs in California.
Yeah.
Like these motherfuckers are really gangbanging and then probably gangbanging after. I don't
Bars?
know. But they out there like they got a gang and it's like, yo, we fucked because they were tired of getting kind of like fucked with.
Yeah, team up.
You know what I mean? Right.
Like,
So
fuck that
like,
shit, son.
Yo, Annie up, nigga. Yo, get your flag out. Get that rainbow flag out. We about to fuck shit up.
Right.
You niggas gonna come out with unicorn hats on like, fuck you niggas.
I'm telling you though, I want like the mainstream gay gangster rapper talking about shooting people up and sucking dick. I'm telling you, that's what I want to fucking hear.
I'll bust a dick open, put it right in my face. Fuck you, nigga.
I think that shit would be so fucking funny. You know what I mean?
It will, and it's on the verge. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sooner, because there's the era of everybody wants to be a thug right now, and then everybody wants to be gay at some point. I don't want to say everybody, but it's almost sometimes it turns into a fad. Not fag. I didn't say G. I said fad with a D. It's a fad where it's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be gay this week or what?
Yeah.
And it feels that way. I don't know. Like some people, they seem like they were born gay. You kind of can tell those people from how they carry themselves. They've always carried themselves since a young kid. That you're like, oh yeah, okay. Well, you're probably just gonna be gay because it's just in you. It's meant for you to be.
Yeah.
Like the kid that picked up a basketball. You hear like some of the NBA players, or they said ever since they picked up a basketball when they're younger, they knew. You know what I mean? It's almost like some of those things like you just knew. Yep. I woke up one day, I had a watermelon. I knew one day we were gonna have a show.
Right.
Watermelon was pumpkin. Me being half black, half white, I knew this day was coming, nigga.
The first time I ate a piece of pumpkin pie, it was over. I remember carving my first fucking, on Halloween. I was carving and just, this just feels right.
It feels right. That first bite of watermelon was like, yeah, I'm meant to be here. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be, in this flesh, at this time, eating this melon.
Yeah. So, but also another interesting thing, because it was just Pride month, and then I believe at the end of Pride month, there's Pride Day.
I didn't know it was a Pride month.
Yeah, because that's what it was an interesting thing to see. Everybody cash in on it. All the businesses, everything, man.
Anytime
everybody was cashing in on it.
Motherfuckers are buying rainbow flags, everything. We got it for sale right here. Right here. What do you need?
Yep. That's what it was. And everybody on the internet, all the different businesses, you know, they changed their logo to the rainbow over their logo and all that other stuff.
Right. In support of.
It's interesting now to see how it went from such an underground, you know, some people had, a good amount of people frowned upon it.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, there's just... Listen, this Old Town Road dude's got people. If you're watching on the YouTube, man,
you just saw that nigga.
There's just a black guy walking by with a cowboy hat, and
in the Northeast.
you know, I guarantee he wasn't last year. So, yeah, we're in New Haven, Connecticut, and a black dude just walked by with a cowboy hat. Like,
real. Sorry to throw off that what you were saying. That just fucked me up. Old Town country niggas.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. But
But now you were saying it was interesting how people are cashing in and they're putting rainbows over their logos and you know, because at the end of the day, don't nobody really give a shit about rainbow. They give a shit about green. That's what it is. It's about that dollar bill.
Yep.
Can it sell? Okay, I don't give a fuck what you do with your penis. Right now, I'm gonna make money off
Yeah.
it. If I gotta sell a rainbow colored penis lollipop, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's the thing where it's weird. It went from such a almost underground, like mainstream hated thing, to now it's you know, I can kind of do it akin to marijuana, where it was just like no, and then when they open up the gates, they're like, whoa, yep, we're gonna cash in on it. So
everybody's like, yeah, man, this has always been the way. You motherfuckers, half of y'all were against it,
right?
Until you saw a dollar could be made.
Exactly.
Same guy that said, oh, this weed, man, it's killing you guys, and it's such a bad drug, and you shouldn't do it. As soon as that shit became profitable and they could sell it, oh no, we could do it. You guys, you should do it now.
You guys heard of CBD?
Right, yeah. Oh God, there's a CBD store in the fucking mall.
Yeah.
I went to the mall. It's like, oh, okay. You guys couldn't wait for that shit.
Yeah.
So we can put marijuana products. It doesn't have the psychosis element in it, so we can just put that CBD up there. All right. So then you got to get funny with it, as I do, because not everybody has CBD. I go to the fucking flea market, and it's got CBD, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if that's real.
Nah.
I don't know if I can believe you. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, you put some olive oil in there, and that's all that shit.
Right. You put a little tinge of some weed kind of taste in it. Like, oh, yeah, I taste it. No, you don't.
Nah. That's why I still buy mine from the dispensary. Like, and that's the only place I'll ever buy it from. Like, I'm not buying no fucking CBD oil from the gas station.
Listen,
fuck that shit.
New York had a slew of trucks. There was a gang of trucks that sold edibles. That was their thing. Like, these guys, there was a chain of them, because I seen them on a bunch of different blocks. I was like, oh, okay, you guys couldn't wait to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a fucking little store. You know what I mean? You get a little dispensary where, you know, you're fucking selling products and you're doing the products half the time. It's like, what you gonna do, man? But that's the thing too. You get high on your own supply, you're gonna fuck up your money.
Oh yeah.
You know.
But no, that's definitely the new wave right now is the CBD, because it's kind of it's safer to everyone, because that's the explanation. Like, it doesn't have any of the psychoactive properties and all that other stuff.
And it's better, and it's on that
it's pure medicinal.
What is it? The pop. You know about the pop movement? Plants over pills.
Oh yeah.
Pop life. POP. Plants over pills. Like, pop.
POP holding it down.
Yeah, hold me down. Hold me high. POP. But you know, there was a guy who played for the Dallas Cowboys. Don't think he was a starter, but he was on the team. He made the 53-man roster. Quit because of weed.
Well, what was his name? Homeboy from the
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams.
Another one. He's like, listen, man, this is what I do. He was basically,
and he hasn't gotten a tighten up haircut since.
Does he still have it? I haven't seen him recently.
No, I mean, like he always reminds me of that DMX line, that whole didn't keep a haircut or give a fuck how I dressed, because he cut the locks, but ever since then it's been that, like, he looks like
left.
Like he just lets it do whatever it does. You know what I mean?
He's got a fucking, what is that? There's a goddamn ruin on his head, man. You know? What once was, and then what's left, the nigga just left it there.
That's it.
Goddamn Greek ruin on you. You got columns and shit.
It is funny too how some different people use weed in certain ways, because there are some people that get into it way too deep, and then it literally, they don't give a fuck about anything else. It's just like, no, as long as I'm high, that's it.
It's all about the get high. It's all about, like, I enjoy my get high. Don't get me wrong, man. But there's other things to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I don't want to.
and for me, and I know people are different, but that for me isn't my destination. Like, there's some people who are like, their entire trip, and then the destination is to just get high. I'm more of a let's get high and
let's get medicated, right? I like the medicated side of it. It's really, so that's why I like more of them indicas, body shit. You know, indicas and CBDs. Sativas are cool when I want to get mentally stimulated to do something, but at the end of the day, in the beginning of the night, it definitely is a lazy drug.
True.
You know, for people that say no, it's not. It's not addictive. Shut up, man. Anything you do in an abundance like that is addictive, man. If you're smoking all the time, guess what? You're addicted.
Yeah. Well, then there's the other thing, too, where everyone does the thing where, like, we never killed anyone. And it's like, listen, if you are drunk driving and you kill yourself, they don't say that you died because of a car crash. They say you died because you were drunk driving. Same thing. If you're too high and you fucking crash into people,
they're gonna say it's that.
It's same thing.
They're going to give it to that. So he was under an influence. See, you guys want to get high. This is what happens. No, they're going to give it to that. They're going to say he was smoking weed.
Yeah, people just do horrible arguments against it.
Right.
Like, you can say that, yes, you cannot kill yourself from just smoking weed, but there's
if it's laced,
sundresses are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
Dresses in the sun, green in the sun.
Damn, girl, you poop with that butt? Or what?
Or do you have to poop? That's why you got the poop walk. I gotta let this shit. I can't wait to get to the bathroom.
Who is uppercutting underneath your dress? Because somebody just keeps uppercutting your butt cheeks, girl.
Yeah. If you can envision a butt cheek getting punched from underneath, how it jumps. That is what it was.
Like we said, the Pride Parade.
I take pride in punching butts. I don't know, yeah. But you know what's funny is
they call me ass punch.
The people that want to jump on the wave and just they get so. It's okay to show support, but the people that just get overboard. Oh man, I'm supporting. Like now you're causing a scene because you want people to notice you showing support.
There's support, and then there's going out to get your Instagram picture. You know what I'm saying? Which is an interesting thing that we were talking about off camera, where it's just one of those things I wonder about, because a huge thing in black culture is many members of the black community don't like cultural appropriation.
Right.
Like people wearing box braids and
Cornrows,
people wearing dreads and shit like that.
Second
cornrows,
pants.
like you said. Yeah, basically.
Same, my nigga.
Yeah. The whole, for lack of a better phrase, acting black.
Right.
So it's interesting, and I wonder how it is in the gay community, LGBT, other letters involved, about people for pride and all that stuff who are completely straight but kind of just go to the parades and dress up.
To piggyback off it. And,
It's an interesting thing. Like, I'm not sure if there's any harm being done, anything like that, but it's, I don't know. I don't know how they feel about it.
Yeah,
it's an interesting
true. That'd be a good one to see, but I think I don't know. I can't say that. I would say maybe the gays are more accepting than us blacks. But no, that's a tough statement, because no, they were demanding a lot too. Them motherfuckers were saying we're being treated inhumane, just like the blacks. You know?
Yeah,
that was the statement. We're just like the blacks. Is it the same though? I don't know. It's choice over non-choice of being something.
Yeah.
You choose to be gay. No matter if you say, I was born this way, and it's well and good. I get it, but you still had the choice to want to be that too. You know what I mean? I didn't have the color card when I was a baby. All right, which one do you want to be? Wait, you want to be this one, or you want to be here? Wesley to was it the waffle?
Waffle to Wesley.
Waffle to Wesley. That's you tell me. I didn't have that decision, nigga. So I mean. That's interesting though. I wonder if they probably do get mad at motherfuckers like you're not even here for the right reason. You don't give a shit. Like if they sat down and had an actual conversation with them, and got to dig on their brain and see that they weren't really about the support, they were just about the glory of the support, they'd probably go in on them. Yeah,
it's a weird thing of like I wonder how it would be. I wonder if I was gay, how I would feel about a bunch of straight people dressing up like that for the day. Right. Basically, they're just getting in costume for the day. It's a weird thing.
Right. I'm supporting, right? Woo! So, no, you want to show me support? Let me stick my finger in your butt. No? You don't like that? Or you're not supporting then?
Let me see if you really down.
Let me see if you about this life. Let me get a quarter of the thumb up, nigga. Right. You tell me after I pop that shit out if you still the same. You want to be down? Nigga, take that shirt off quick. Man, fuck you guys, man. That's what we want you to do.
That's hilarious. Like you said, that goes back to the gay gang thing of like, yo, you trying to be down?
You trying to be down?
Wait, jumped in or sucked in? What are you talking about?
I was going to say pumped in, nigga. Right? We got to get pumped in. What's that mean? Like, all of us got to pump you. Like everybody in the room. What? The one pump though, right?
While listening to Joe Budden, pump it up. And then after that, it's pump up the jam.
Right. Oh God, any pump you could think of, nigga.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Oh man, but we are completely geeked out and off the rails here on episode 80.
80.
Speaking of 80, Jerry Rice, beautiful man,
Legend.
had one dreadlock for so long.
He went to Oakland and lost his mind. Nigga went to California and said, look, this 2 dread thing is working. It's like, no, Jerry, it's not. And he had a big-ass pitcher's mound in the middle.
Yep.
Big-ass bald spot down here.
Just couldn't let him go.
And just like
twin dreads.
Twin dread. 2 dread. It's like, Jerry, what are you doing? You're a fucking legend. Look like one. Go bald, nigga, like everybody else, man.
Sometimes you got to take it there.
Oh, God. But he hung in there, and he still was great at his old age with the 2 dreads. He made the Raiders great.
2 dreads?
When they were playing like shit in that Super Bowl against the Bucks. Jerry was the only one playing. He was at the end of his career. Only one busting ass. I'm like, you niggas ain't shit.
So shout out to Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry.
And speaking of Jerry, you had a Jerry experience as well.
Oh, speaking of Jay Boogie, me, my lady, and her best friend, we went to Judge Jerry. When I first was offered these tickets, I'm like, what the fuck? It's a TV show. Hey, bet, you want to go see Judge Jerry? I don't know what the fuck it is. It's free. Let's go. All right, bet. Get the tickets. They offered it. I said, let's look it up now. What is it? She's like, probably some Jerry Springer shit. Like, yeah, that'd be some dumb shit. What the fuck? He ain't no judge. No, nigga, it's Jerry Springer. He's a judge, and this is his first season. It drops on September 9th.
Oh, it's not even out yet.
No, these are all tapings. These are all tapings for the actual show. What I saw was a clip of it online when I first looked. They just show like snippets on YouTube.
Clip it, a snippet.
You know what I mean? And so we go over there, and yeah, it's a courtroom. It's they have cameras on a fucking slide that slides up and down. There's cameras over here that watch this section I was at, but I was in the section behind the plaintiff. And then the defendant side was over Shah. And it was interesting, but it was real. It wasn't ratchet. He said it was completely real cases, which I kind of had I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah.
But they were actual cases. You know, people own people money, family ones. It almost like seemed like strategic of how they set it up. Like the first one was the real funny one. The 2 ratchet girls, are they going back and forth cutting on each other? Oh, when she's like, well, I had to do it to open up my fitness business. She goes, yeah, you got a fitness business, but you are not fit. How you got a fitness business and you not fit? You know, so we busting out laughing.
Yeah.
One of the ladies that was up there, she said she was an amateur comedian in California. So that you make it seem like, okay, well, you're probably here to try to get your comedy on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was an interesting one, but they came from Cali. The one I fucking found the most hysterical was the young rappers. There were 2 young rappers from Atlanta. One of them was trying to sue the other one over equipment. He had bought all the equipment, and dude had it and was using it. He was the one that was filming and editing and doing all that. He was using his equipment. The dude bought it for him to edit for him and film and edit and do all that. And I guess things that fell out and blah, 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 and dude, I guess, kept the equipment or something happened, and now he wants him to pay. You tell him you got to pay for your half, and he's like, nah, these kids are young, man. They're Atlanta young rappers, and you know. And then there was a part where he was like, well, I have a snippet of what my work, whatever, what he said, what he want me to pay for. He said, I brought something that he said he wanted to pay for, and literally it was a shitty camera on this kid with the car door open. He's standing outside his car door doing that new era rap, and it's like that's all it was that one camera shot. And I busted out. There was one point where I guess because of being in the music and knowing shit, nobody else laughed. My girl was like, babe, because it was like, he said something. The guy was like, yeah, you know, he's trying to profit. He goes, you're worried about him blowing up off of that? I just busted out like,
yeah.
Because there was no editing. Like the niggas was talking about how, he goes, well, I got other videos. That's not really representing what my work, but that's the one that was brought, and it was just, he goes, that was a promo video. It was a promo video. It still was a shitty promo video.
Yeah.
There was no editing, no nothing. You're telling this guy, he's trying to countersue for all the time and effort he put into editing.
Yeah, and you got straight up one shot.
One shot the whole time. It's like, bruh, come on. And I think his lip singing was off. I think the lipping was off. It's like, what is this? So, I mean, that was interesting. We got to see 4 cases. You know what I mean?
So how many shows is that, or is it?
I'm not sure. Maybe that could be maybe one show. I think they do 4 cases a show, so we probably got to see the 4. You know, they do it just like People's Court. They go in the hallway and they talk about what it was and shit. But I feel like it was strategic because they had that one. Then they had the the ratchet kind of white couple from Mass. He's up there with the boss and yada yada. You know, Jerry had to cut on him for that. You know what I'm saying? And then there was the Atlanta, Mass. I think it was. I know they ship these people in from places, man. And it's in Stamford, Connecticut, the actual shooting of the show. So I almost feel like they pay those people to come out because I can't see anybody flying out from California to come to Connecticut for small claims to go to court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the other thing too. Like you're saying, how is it real then with that?
Right.
You know what I mean? With the court cases.
They try to make it seem real. They swarm in, but it's like, I've been to court, nigga. You supposed to state your name and address and all that shit. They didn't say, He goes, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. They didn't say, they don't even throw in a self God. They got rid of that, I think.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, if your case is in California, how are you deciding the case in Connecticut? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Unless that didn't make sense to me. It's like, well, you're from, these guys are definitely from Atlanta. I hear the twang. He's from Mass. I hear Mass. They set it up strategically for the show of who's who. You know what I mean? Like, they might be real cases. Maybe they scour these states for fucking cases they want to use. Hey, we'll pay
Young
you a couple
scour.
$. You know what I mean? We'll pay you a couple $. If you bring your case to our show and humiliate yourself on TV.
Right.
You know, I kind of feel like that might be the flow. Jerry was funny. He had his joints. You know.
He's been known.
He's been known to have good one-liners and, you know, his little stick he does. You know, the Jerry Spring stick. You know, all in all, it wasn't a bad experience. What I found weird was they had regular audience members, like people that they're regulars. They know all the staff. Hey, Tommy, Joey, we're back. What are we gonna get today? Oh man, the last ones were crazy. Like, so it almost got annoying a little bit because like in between everything, there's a guy that's like a hype man. And he's like the Mr. Funny guy, and he does card games. He had these big giant Uno deck, and he did like plaintiff side versus defendant side. And he made a whole game out of it. So now these people are like, it was an Uno. Like, all right, I don't know how you guys are playing. So now the people that are there all the time, they're getting up. Go, give me, I'll do. All right. So and they're getting all into it. I'm like, so I'm looking at them. I'm looking at my girl, and she's like, yo, I think we're gonna win a prize. I think that's what this is about. No, it's just passing time, but they get it so into it, and they're there all the time. They know all the staff by first name.
Just got to be people that live close because the tickets are free,
right.
And so it's just got to be.
They just probably walk up like, hey, oh yeah, come on, we got space for you, Tay. Come on in. Like, you want to kill time if you live in Stanford? Go see some judge shows.
It's funny because I'm sure that there's a million things that people could shit on me for in my life. People would be like, man, you're just wasting your time doing a podcast. You're wasting your time doing whatever you're doing. But that's one of the things, like, stuff like that, or it always blew my dick off people that their entire identity is being the guy at the bar. Like, imagine being a regular at a fucking bar.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's like
that's
same
rock
type
bottom.
of thing. Yeah.
People know everything about you. Like, yeah, so you're at the end of your chain, huh? They know that because you're there every fucking day, man. You have a drinking problem, and they know.
Yeah, like your thing is just like, no, just like, I like coming here to the bar.
Right.
It's like that kind of same shit where it's just like, yeah, I'm a regular at the Judge Jerry show.
Where they let us do all our they let us get in that. They weren't shushing us, so it was one of those kind of courts. Like, this ain't real court, man. Real court, you gotta shut up.
Yeah.
They let us fucking say all kinds of shit and laugh out loud and
now do they continue in the Jerry Springer type thing of, does anybody get to say anything to anybody? Like questions from the crowd type shit?
Nope. Nope. So they made it like a real people's court kind of deal.
Yeah.
They made it seem legit. Jerry was doing his little jokes, but the people seemed legit. You know what I mean? It wasn't like anything ratchet, like, oh, I'm suing him because, he stole my baby's diapers and he was wearing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still wearing them right now, Your Honor. It wasn't none of that shit. They were actually sound like legit cases. But I think they strategically set it up because the last one was the aunt who was suing her niece, who hit rock bottom because her man she was with was beating her ass. So she pulled her in and, brought her in the house. But, they had upon an agreement, but she didn't want to with the agreement. So now she's trying to hit her with everything owed. And then it turned into this whole, you guys, look, I'm going to say one thing. I really think she's really trying. You should give her a chance. Family's important. He did that whole, like, you can hear the violins going on. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, and then they go outside, and we get to watch on the monitor as they're in the hallway talking. So we get to watch
and they do
see.
the big hug.
And they do the big group hug, and everybody's, yay, clapping. It's like, this is so strategic, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to eat it with a fork because, we're there, and we want to enjoy the entertainment. We get in the flow of it.
Yeah.
It kind of gets weird. weird. It's like, oh man, you guys, nothing's real in reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So how many people were in the audience?
Oh, God, let's see, maybe 30.
Oh wow!
People. Yeah,
so you're definitely on camera then.
Oh yeah, I was right behind the plaintiff. Like, oh, you'll definitely see. I try to make some gas faces as much. You know what I mean? Try to do like that one where he was like, "You think you're gonna blow up off that?" And like, I think I had the loudest shriek in the room to the point because my girl was like, "Man." I'm like, everybody here doing that shit. It's not my fault that I laughed when nobody else did. You know what I mean? That's what it was. You know, I found something funny that nobody else really got. You know what I mean? He was like, so you think that's going to make you blow up? Or I found it hilarious.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I didn't think nobody else laugh. But yes, I probably would have said the same thing. You ain't going to blow up off that, nigga.
Right.
Promo what? There's nobody going to get lured into your video from that.
From the one shot, no cuts, no different angles.
Standing by a car door, doing the same fucking sound that's coming out of the South now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what kills me. Nobody wants to make a different sound.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, let's just do what they're doing and we'll get on.
Yep.
Get some tattoos on my face and, you know, sound like everybody else. And we'll be good.
I feel bad for the kids that it doesn't work out for because that's the one where it's like, you know, people could bandwagon on, but if you bandwagon and it works for you, that's a lot different from, like, you know that there's some cats out there that are covered in face tats, got different weird colored dreads, all rainbow colored hair,
and
they fucked up their teeth, they did everything, and they're just like, why isn't it working? What the fuck? Why isn't it working?
Because there's always, even though those guys are cut copy, there's still something, there's something within that sets them aside.
Yeah.
Either that or they just got the right people in their corner.
Exactly.
You know
they got the right amount of money to get in the game.
Right. You got the right people in your corner, the right push, the right promo team. Like, you know, let's not get it twisted. Those guys got promo teams, man.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
people that are out there pushing, even though it's like, yeah, he has to be the face and show his own thing and do it. Not many are able to kind of control their own shit. There's some that kind of get the business side and can, you know, organically grow their own shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those guys have teams around them, you know. Like there's that cat from Connecticut that Chris Webby, who has got a pretty big buzz, and you know, he's out there like that. But you know, you look at his startup, it's like, yeah, he had people around him that are going to invest.
Mm-hmm.
If you have people that are willing to invest time and money in you, man, and because you have a talent, now it's like the talent don't have to be so big.
Yeah.
You know, for us, coming up in the 90s, it's like you kind of really had to set yourself apart from people. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny, too, because it's funny that you bring that up because I'm not saying that Method Man was not a fan of his, but it was interesting to see. I saw the magic work because one of my buddies was like, "Yo, Chris Webby did a song with Method Man," and I was like, "That doesn't mean."
That means
anything in terms.
Listen,
they might be best friends. They might be. I'm not judging anything like that,
right.
and I don't mean this just in this certain situation. I mean because it's the look, and that's all that it is, and it worked perfectly on him. So I was like, yeah, it doesn't mean that they've even met.
Right.
Honestly, it doesn't even mean that Method Man even knows he did a fucking song with him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He came through the wire, yo. We got whatever Meth charges. He probably charges $5,000, you know, or whatever for a verse.
Yep.
Maybe more. You know what I mean? You want to give me $8,000? I got a verse for you. I give you a high 16.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker that got money is like, yeah, no problem. It's Method Man, man. This is gonna be so big for my career.
Yep.
You know, so they run with it, and he's literally he probably even gave him a fucking throwaway. You know what I mean? Like
I never heard the song.
Yeah, but you know, you never know. Like some of these guys, man, they'll give a verse that they're never gonna use for anything.
Oh yeah.
Or a verse he might have recycled. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
From a mixtape or some shit.
Yeah.
You never know that shit. If you don't know all his body of work, you're talking about Method Man, who's got a big body of work for a long time. He could have gave you any fucking thing, man. You know what I mean? But in your eyes, Meth's on the track.
Yep.
And that's not even relevant to the newer era. Not as much, you know what I mean?
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Them cats still like, if it wasn't for this Wu documentary and this Wu shit, half them niggas wouldn't even know who the Wu is.
Right.
You know, what's this big Wu-Tang thing that's on Netflix, you know, of Mics and Men?
Did you guys hear this new group, Wu-Tang?
I think they're Japanese guys.
Right.
I think they're like the Jabberwockies. They're dancers. And that's what they do. They're Japanese dancers. Like, nah, bro. You know, get you. All right. Look at shop. All right.
No, but the money is all it really takes. It's an interesting thing. Like, and once I realized that in the music business, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't need to be wasting my fucking time here anymore.
Right. It's a money pool, man. If you got backers behind you,
it can happen.
You can create the image, man.
Because that's what I'm saying with the whole Chris Webby Method Man thing. Like I said, and I'm only using that as an example. I'm not shitting on him. I don't even know his music at all. But it's all about the perception of who you're standing next to helps out. You know what I mean? Like there was that dude that 50 Cent just got into an argument with somebody on Instagram. Some dude came up and he's like, yo, just say that you rock with me on my Instagram. And 50's like, no.
Right. No,
because that kid knows what that, most likely would have done for it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you can imagine like me, or anybody, just your average day Joe, walking in the mall with LeBron James. You don't think he's like gonna be a pussy magnet himself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, LeBron James, you're in the circle, so you automatically become somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know who you are. Like I know this dude, my boy Big Jules. He used to work for I think he still does sometimes for a security company that a lot of times when the stuff they'll get is when acts come to Connecticut. And they'll hire these guys to come to be a security team for music acts and shit like that. And so he did a lot of these shows. He said, I did a lot of shows. He said a lot of them, too, where they do, we're going to throw y'all some extra money because we're going back to the hotel. We want y'all to come and man the hotel for us. So now they're going beyond, and they'll give them an extra $500 or something for the team to split up and take a couple of those guys because they bring a bunch of chicks with them. Like he said, I saw the shit. And he's like, yo, you'd be surprised how much pussy I got from just being security for a Mobb Deep or something. For or 50 Cent. For them to get close to them, they're willing to suck the security guys to get back there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're somebody just from being around the shit.
Yep.
So niggas that become entourage, they game is tight. And then it's like, he be hanging with 6ix9ine and them. Yup. He be with 50 at his house and shit. He gonna get play.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. It's just that perception of being anywhere near them, or if you can pay people enough money to get, next to you and do a song with you, people, like I said, there's certain people that understand, that's just a business transaction. Right. But then to most people alive, it's, and that's the thing too, you also have to think about, for most people, it's literally making, the biggest people that make music is literally connecting to the lowest common denominator. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just literally connecting to what can you make that the most people can understand? What can you make that the most, like, it's almost like when people talk about dumbing down, that's what it is, because you're not trying to go for a niche market. You're trying to go for, hey, what can grandma and fucking 15-year-old black kid listen to at the same time? It's
give me everybody in between there.
Yeah.
And
the only person to ever do it is Snoop Dogg. That's it.
They love him. My mother loves Snoop. She wants to hang with him.
Yep.
Yeah. I love Snoop. I'd rather just hang with Snoop all day. Martha Stewart loves Snoop.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Snoop's on The View hanging with a bunch of white women. Like, hey, what up, girls? Snoop, he's so great. And even though he smells like a pound, but he's cool. You know what I mean? Like, he has that margin, you know what I mean? Even though he's looking like, George Jefferson nowadays, but regardless of the fact.
Yeah, Snoop's another one, man. That hairline is gone. And believe me, I'm not dissing anyone's hairline, because if you're watching on YouTube, you see the horseshoe. But, man.
For being Snoop, who had pride in his hair, that was his pride.
Snoop used to have a fro.
Come on, he had the fro, he had cornrows forever. He's got like the dreads going on, but
Snoop's going the route of Jerry Rice.
Right, it's definitely going the route of Rice.
And I talk about an end out.
I would say it's a mixture of Jerry Rice and motherfucking
Mother Teresa.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder got stitches right now, nigga. His shit is pulled way the fuck back. Like, yeah, nigga, that's a thin thread, nigga. What's that Egyptian fucking cotton? What the fuck?
Stevie got the unintentional facelift.
Listen, nigga, keep a thimble in his pocket. Just go ahead and put these braids in with a thimble. What the fuck is you doing, Stevie? He don't see no better.
Stevie don't understand that he's lucky that he can't see what's on his head right now.
He probably feeling like everybody should probably feel like this, right? Nah, not really, Steve.
Stevie.
But I think that if it's like a fucking cutting a dorsal fin off a shark, nigga, the balance is off. You cut off Stevie's shit, he can't do that head shit no more. They could be wobbling off.
Sure, he might fall.
He gonna fall off tune and shit, hitting the wrong keys. Like, damn.
I'm not used to this balance.
Right? You cut that nigga shit off, man.
Right?
Even Stevie back his shit. Oh, man. But, I forgot where we were at the beginning part of that.
Yo, we're talking about the gay pride parade.
At the end of the day, Snoop supports the gays.
You have to.
And you might have to, even if you don't want to.
Yeah, but actually, let me button that up with, man, if we do by chance have any LGBTQ. Like I said, any numbers in there. Let us know how you feel about straight people dressing up. Because is it a we're supporting, or is it a look at me on Instagram thing?
Are you trying to shame us? Do you feel like people are trying to shame you by doing that?
I don't even think they're trying to shame. I think it's more of a condescending.
Yeah.
More of a just, when somebody dies and all of a sudden everyone was their best friend.
Right.
It's that like, yuck. Why are you trying to take that energy?
Right. It's not
like,
about you.
There's a whole bunch of people looking at, these beautiful lesbian and gay people out here, and then you're just like, but I can put on a ring.
Right. I'm not gay, but look at me. Stop. It's not your time. This is not for you.
Exactly. So if anyone has any opinions on that, we'd love to know, because I want to know how anybody feels about it. Hit us up, 203-594-6977. Call or text. Let us know the opinion, man. We'll read it on the show, and we will respond.
Right.
Because there's some wild shit going on to where there's supposed to be straight pride parades out there, all that other stuff. And it's just an interesting thing of like people kind of get
straight manly body. I'm sorry.
That was a woman.
That was a woman. Sorry.
Wow.
She's been in the gym a little bit. I think it's a very masculine frame. I'm not saying she's a crackhead, but it's like borderline crackhead slash.
You know that crack in shape though,
right? Running blocks, literally running on blocks. That's definitely a crackhead walk.
Yeah,
and she's going toward the way.
It's a crackhead walk because she's stupid skinny, but the first thing that's out in front is her belly, and not because of how she's put together. It's just for some reason that
it's a crackhead.
That crack walk, the shoulders are coming last.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That crack walk, the shoulders are coming last. That's why crackheads don't run in the Olympics, because you got to have those shoulders front to hit that line first.
Yeah, no, their shoulders back touch every time. Just like Asian women with no booties, back pockets touching. That's how shoulders touch.
Oh man, we almost had a couple birds flying in here.
That'll be the day, nigga. Just catch one right here. Just
bite the head off like Ozzy and let them know what it is.
I tell you, who I want to bite the head off is the goddamn Knicks organization, man.
Ooh.
Every last one of those motherfuckers. I'm being a Knicks fan. The draft happened. We talked about that.
The worst part too is that the Knicks are just being the Knicks. You know when like one of your boys fucks up or something like that, or somebody fucks up, and like, man, we're just gonna give him a chance. We'll let him live on the couch for 2 weeks, and then they fuck up, and you're just like, well, that's them. So yeah, that just happened.
That happened.
This is what is happening. Is like, the Knicks going Nick.
The
okay?
Knicks, right?
The Knicks
and they've been hyping for every Knicks fan out there, including myself. We've been listening to this fucking shit on ESPN for the last fucking 3 months. How much money they got, how much cap space, how much they cleared the cap space for this summer. We've been doing this shit for years. No bullshit. They've been planning for this summer, 2019 summer, for years, just for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, KD, nigga busted his Achilles, and then we say, fuck it. We still want him because he's better than anybody we have on our team would have busted Achilles when he comes back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because even next year he might be back for a little bit, but he should sit it out most
likely.
likely.
He's going to sit out most of that year. He might come out near the end and get a couple warm-up reps, but he's better off sitting out the whole year, get fresh, get strong. So he landed in Brooklyn.
Get that heel back.
Kyrie Irving and him, two of the biggest free agents who we are hoping to get in New York. He is in New York, but in Brooklyn, not with the Knicks. They have so many big-time free agents, and nobody wanted to come to New York. Nobody's wanting to come.
No, but you know what I read that where they fucked up, the Knicks fucked up at, is they didn't offer him the max.
They said because of
they
his
tried
injury.
to get him for a fucking deal.
Right. He said, for a deal, I stay in Golden State. You don't understand how this works? It's like, I don't want a deal. I want my max.
Yeah.
Brooklyn's like, we don't give a fuck. You worth it.
Yep.
So shame on the Knicks for not doing that. And that's how you know they fucked up. They went public, like the New York Knicks went publicly and apologized to the Knicks fans. We're sorry, guys.
So
you just admitted to
this
shit.
Fire somebody, because the Brooklyn Nets knew how to do the shit right, and they treated him like a fat girl that you're trying to fuck. It was like, nah, you know what? You're beautiful anyway, boo. And they know that he's hurt. They know his leg's fucked up, and they just went, well, yeah, you're not going to be any good to me now.
Right.
But next year, you're going to be fucking KD. Yeah. That's who you are.
Oof. And that alone is better than anybody on the team of the Knicks. Did I mention that?
Ooh, one day.
It's going down. It's going down.
One day.
Almost.
One sweet day.
Almost. If you look, then he stops to think about it. Did I just do something wrong? Yes, you did, nigga.
Wait, they didn't have a stop sign? No, they didn't. And y'all don't know.
Get your shit together,
and,
pal.
That's a problem, too. If you're watching us on the YouTube, we're reacting to the traffic that is on this corner here. Do those stop signs say oncoming traffic does not stop?
I do not believe that one doesn't. I don't know what those. There's a stop sign here. I can't tell what's on the bottom of them.
One of them has to be no parking anytime.
Right, because the shape of the sign looks like a no parking. But usually oncoming traffic does not stop. It's usually like this yellow arrow here. It's a horizontal sign underneath the stop.
The Zont.
Yeah, those are more vertical. So I don't even think those are really oncoming doesn't stop, or even one way. Stop in one way. They don't even have that. That's why this is a dangerous fucking curb, man. Dead man's curb.
Ass busters.
Dead man's curb. Niggas is gonna die here.
Yep.
I got a feeling.
Just like if you sign to the Knicks, nothing good's gonna happen.
Nothing's good.
Because that's the thing too. Like you said, they've been prepping for the whole time, and then they got fucking gun shy.
And then they were prepping, and then they were excited. They tanked the rest of the season just to have the better odds to get overall number 1, to get Zion Williamson. And did not.
No.
It got number 3. It's like it's a curse going on.
Now, how does that work now? Because it's not just you have the worst record, you get to pick number 1 next year.
It used to be you had to. It's funny because this year was the first year they tried something different, and it figures it was the year for the Knicks.
Yep.
First year they tried something different. Usually it was when you had the worst record, you had the higher percentage. I think it was 28%. 28% chance of getting the first lottery pick. And then it went. The next person had 14. 28, 14. 12, 11, 10, 9, down like that.
Yeah.
This year, they did the top 3 teams and gave all of them a 14% chance. All you got an even chance now. So having the worst record don't mean shit. So
yeah. And is that just so you don't try to tank?
I guess that's what they were trying to do that. But then what happened was those top 3 teams that had the 14%, they didn't even get the Knicks got picked 3. The first 2 were like 8.64% chance, and they got 1 and 2. So it's it almost seems is it rigged or is it bullshit? If you got the highest percentage guys are supposed to get it, just the luck of the cards, man. I guess luck of the ball drawing. Or however the fuck they did it.
I don't understand why they don't just do it reverse order of worst to first. Like the Toronto Raptors, they obviously don't need a good draft pick next year. You know what I mean? Like you guys just ran it. You guys just won everything.
Yep.
So you should pick. How many teams in there?
32.
So they should have pick 32. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then just run it like that. The worst to the first.
Yep.
Fucking come on. These bars here.
NFL does it. And NFL sticks with that regimen. The Cleveland Browns had first picks for the last fucking I don't know how many years. Them niggas have been terrible for the last umpteenth years, nigga. So
I don't know why they do it any different ever.
Every time. Now the NBA's trying something different. Oh, we want to give more chances to people that aren't the last. I'm like, yeah.
See, and now finally, Cleveland's supposed to be all right next year, right? They got a couple of people. They put together some pieces.
Yep. Cleveland is one of those. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. But since LeBron left, the train left.
Oh, no, I don't mean them. I meant football.
Oh, the Browns. Oh, yeah. Football. Yeah. Oh, the Browns is the people are talking for them for Super Bowl contention now.
Yeah.
They went from being the worst fucking team, man.
So, they went from being garbage forever,
right.
but that's how it works.
Right.
When you're garbage, you get those first.
You get those good picks. You're getting cap room. Nobody wants to go there. You got money. You get first picks. You get nothing but good draft picks. So last year they had a decent record. I think they were like 6-9 or something like that, 6-8, some shit like that. But the year, because now it's better because the year right before that they were 0-16.
Yeah.
So they went from 0-16 to winning games and actually giving people headaches. And now it's like they got some more pieces where they're probably going to fuck shit up.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to watch, man.
It's nice to see it come up. So it's going to be interesting to watch the fucking accident that happens one time. And I'm sorry if you only listen to the audio and not the YouTube channel, but I'm telling you, one day you might even hear the audio of the skirt on
bang.
22s. You know what I'm saying?
We might even get out the car and run up with the camera and ask if niggas, all right, you niggas okay? Y'all on the podcast. Live. We got live action.
We will go straight pride parade on them and just pretend that we care. You know what I'm saying? We about to run up on them just like, oh, you guys good?
Yes.
But why aren't you looking at me? You're just doing it in selfie mode. Well, that's because, I gotta pretend
I'm doing this to protect you. I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you and your well-being, nigga.
Protecting you from yourself.
Basically, fuck the Knicks.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too, where I think now, just straight up, people don't want to go to the Knicks, especially with what happened with Melo. That shit was a fucking travesty.
Yeah, and then the other shit with the owner, because he's the dick that's the one that's the one that needs to go.
What's his name? Nolan? Dolan?
Dolan, yeah. So a fan, I remember this story.
Snuffed him.
A fan goes up to him, like at a game or something. He saw him.
What the fuck, dude?
No, basically, yeah. He goes, asshole. He goes, you need to fucking sell the team. You should sell the team. And you know what he did? He went and found out who that guy was there and banned him for life from being in the Knicks games. Are you fucking serious? Everybody's screaming for you to sell the team, asshole. You're gonna ban everybody?
if you have to put out a press release apologizing for how whack you guys are and that you fucking, it's straight up, man. It's like saving up all your money, going to the store and buying something else.
Right.
Like, oh man, I saved up, all my money because I'm gonna go get this PlayStation, and then you go to the store and you're just like, well, I
had to buy this T-shirt.
Yeah,
I had to buy this $400 T-shirt. I couldn't resist.
Yep.
Like what? Didn't that defeat everything that you were trying to do? Mm-hmm. And then he comes like that whole approach to me is like that's that Trump shit. Anybody who talks bad about me, I'll ban them.
Yep.
Ban. Like you can just ban every fucking body that don't like you, nigga, because nobody likes you right now.
That shit was amazing. How Trump's just like, oh, they're gonna start investigating me. Well, can I fire them?
I got that power. All right, get him out of here.
Word,
Done.
get it out of here. Yo,
Done.
but I'm telling you, in my humble and I'm not saying that this is what I want, but there's no chance that Trump is not winning again because, man, I saw
Candidates looking foul.
Dude, I saw that clip of the Democratic candidates when they asked the question about, will you have and now they're doing the debate where there's like 10, 15 people on stage. Will it be in all of your health care plans? Please, this is a raise your hand question. Raise your hand if it's going to be in all your health care plans that illegal immigrants will be covered for health care. And like a couple people put their hand up, then everyone else did the. Well, we're supposed to. Are we?
What does the Democrats want us to do?
And then and every single candidate with their hand up for free health care for illegal immigrants.
Oof.
Like,
I mean, when you say that, it's like
be the one
like,
person.
well, they're here already. Yeah, I get it, but what you're opening is more of an invite. Listen,
yeah,
we can sneak in over there and get jobs. And they gonna give us health care. Mm-hmm. How about that, nigga? Should we all go? More niggas is trying to come.
Bro, it's crazy to.
Oh man, what was that? What was that one? The story that happened last week, I think it was, with the fucking guy, the family that were jumping through the river, crossing over.
Oh yeah,
the
died.
The father crossed with his little one,
yep.
who was I think 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Crossed with the 3-year-old, the 4-year-old. Sit tight. I'm going back to get everybody else. He starts to go back. He turns around. The little one jumps in. So now he's got to go back and try to get him. He got caught in an undertow current, man, and both him and the fucking toddler died.
Yeah.
While the fucking mom and the other sibling had to sit there in horror, like he's not coming back.
Yeah. But so and to me, but that's also a situation of. Obviously, homeboy wasn't trying to end because that's the big argument. Is everyone's like people are just looking for a better life and it's like yo, fully get that,
right?
But try to do it the right way. Like you can't tell me that dude was doing it the correct correct way.
Right. He's sneaking in, man.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't know what else to say. It's like, yeah, we get it. This is a country that where everybody wants to be, and some of us Americans take it for granted. I get it. Mm-hmm. But if you want to come here, you have to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
If I want to be an African citizen, I can't just go there and say I'm a citizen now. I can't do it to France. I can't do it to Canada.
Yep.
I can't sneak into fucking Canada and say I'm a citizen now.
Yeah.
Come on, it don't work that way.
Like you
man.
can't sneak into Canada and be like, oh God, okay, cool, I made it across the border, so I'm good now, right?
Right. Can't even do it in Mexico. They don't even they don't want it. We can't sneak into Mexico without getting thrown in jail. Like, come on, man. You know, it's like that's the shit that it's like I said, I teeter with. I understand fully. You want something better for your family. Mm-hmm. You're in a piss poor fucking country that ain't doing shit for you. So yeah, there's opportunity right over that fucking wall or through that river. I'd probably take the shot too. But I know for me, I know that when I do it, I got to take the bullshit that comes with it.
Yeah.
I got to take $4 an hour. Getting paid. Mm-hmm. I got to take the shitty jobs. I got to take living with 18 of my boys in this, you know what I mean? To save money and send back home. Because you're not supposed to be here. No fucking, that's like a inmate. Shouldn't no inmate be complaining about the fucking meatloaf? It's fucking meatloaf, man. The fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know you can't be an inmate like, no, I'm a vegetarian, sorry.
Right? Like, no,
sorry.
nigga. It's like unless you
gonna eat this meat.
Unless you pull the religious based shit, which people do, you're gonna have to eat
and
that.
Even in my opinion, that shit should not work.
You're an inmate, man. Listen, whatever you did, I know not everybody in there is guilty, but a lot of niggas are.
Yeah.
Like a nigga gets caught for murder charges and shit, and come on, man. You're guilty, bro. It is what it is. Stop complaining that you don't got Channel 18 on your fucking TV in your cell.
You can't wear a T-shirt saying "Free Bruce" because you know what? He really killed those fucking people.
Right.
So chill.
Yo, free Bruce. What Bruce do? I mean, he was selling crack to undercovers. I mean, isn't that what happens when you get caught?
Yeah. So why do you want him free? No.
Like, he got caught. You can't say when you say free somebody is because I thought you felt it was unjustifiable
Yeah.
they were locked up. But if a nigga sell crack, and he got caught, there's justice there. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it is. The nigga wasn't supposed to do it.
But the weird thing about the immigration thing as well is California is trying to pass a law where, you know how if you don't have health insurance, I think the fee is like $600 a year. If you choose not to get health insurance, you get charged $600 at tax time because you didn't have health insurance. Now what California is proposing, and that they're trying to make a law, is that money that gets taken from citizens that are actually here paying taxes will go towards illegal immigrants fucking healthcare costs, which is like I don't fucking understand like the I just don't get it at all. And there's people who fucking love it. They're like, oh, they're just looking for a better life. And I get,
but we
that
money and put it
never
to
take care of ourselves.
Right.
Like we never take care of ourselves at all. And it's always the like people have this with other people in their lives. Like they treat the people that they love like shit, and then they want to impress strangers.
Right.
And that's, I feel like what we're doing so much in this country is just like, well, we just don't want anybody, to be mad at us.
Right.
Like, but if the people in the country are mad, then that just doesn't fucking matter.
Fuck you guys. We need to help them in Somalia. Don't you
And
understand?
especially with like, I agree 1,000% that the places that they have them held at are completely horrible. You know what I mean?
Refugee camps,
but people also, they forget because, Obama was Black Jesus, so he never got blamed for anything. But the shit started in 1996 with Bill Clinton, and every single president since then has had them. And it doesn't matter that Obama did it. It doesn't matter that Clinton did it. And it doesn't matter that Bush did it. It doesn't matter all that stuff. And they've been in the same order with, bullshit. And they're sleeping in emergency blankets and concrete floors and all that dumb shit and being treated less than human. And all that's happening. But it all gets put on fucking Trump, where it's like,
what are you doing about it?
Yeah. And it's not even what are you doing about it. They think he started it.
Right,
That's the fucking fucked up part.
Right.
Where nobody does any fucking research and they think that Trump started it. When it's like, no.
Right. First started with paper towels, now this. You ain't shit, Trump.
Literally mad the way that he threw a paper towel. Like, because this is my thing. Trump has plenty of things to shit on him for. So shit on him for those things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, did you see the way he threw a paper towel? Yeah, he Kobe'd it. That's what he did. He faded away and balled it. You know?
Was straight Globetrotter.
Jones!
Harlem Globetrotter off the elbow. Hacky sack that bitch. Nigga.
No, and it's funny, too, because there's certain sanctuary cities, because this is what Trump did. He's like, all right, you want these illegal immigrants to come in, we'll send them to your cities then. Guess if they wanted that.
Right.
No. Because that's what everybody wants. They want, anybody should be able to do anything that they want. We don't know how to pay for it, but listen, like, and I saw a great quote where somebody online was talking about, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but because how I was saying, Democrats are coming out with the whole like, listen, there's going to be free college, all your debt's going to be forgiven, we're going to have free health care, we're going to have everything, and like somebody online mentioned there, he's like, the reason that so many people don't want all this free stuff is because we know where free comes from.
Right.
It's people have to pay. It's not free. It doesn't just fucking
higher taxes. You're gonna look around. Your gas is gonna be more. Your groceries are gonna be more. Your sales tax will be more. That's how that works.
Like free fucking healthcare in Canada. Yeah, it's free, but then you also might have to book a doctor's appointment 6 months out. Right. And if you have a fucking surgery, it takes like a year and a half for you to actually be able to go and get that
they
surgery.
Have even the best doctors. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of variable factors there, man.
Then taxes are through the fucking roof. Like people don't get like the whole free thing. It's
a stunt.
Same shit. The whole like we're gonna give you reparations and we're sorry for everything. And it's like
you got black people over there putting their hands like, oh, I hope, I wish, I can't wait, nigga, it ain't happening.
Oh, free money. It's just like
you should be insulted.
and we're gonna cure cancer.
Listen, we're gonna cure cancer.
And then Trump came back because, like I said, everyone's an idiot. I'm not. I don't support anybody. Trump comes back with, I'm gonna cure cancer and AIDS.
Here's a teaser.
This motherfucker went like, okay, we're going to be stupid, then we're all going to be stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. He plays stupid well, though. I think we don't give him enough credit for it. I think it's a lot more strategic than people give him credit for. Sometimes, he says dumb shit, and he's like, how can somebody say that? Almost like because nobody else is going to say it, and nobody else is.
Yep.
So it's bringing that notoriety is bringing that All Eyes on Me, which he loves. You know what I mean?
Tupac.
Right.
Trump Pac.
Trump Pac. You know what I mean? It turns into that. It's like he knows what he's doing a little
To the
bit.
day I die.
He's just being himself, which is an idiot, and that's himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he knows that. You know what I mean? I know when I say this and that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like I think he's socially retarded, but as like business wise, I don't. Obviously, things are working out. Like, yeah, he
Right.
went through, because that's the thing too. Everybody, they were getting on him about not paying taxes, and to my thing, it's not. It's don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, however he sets it up to where whatever he does to where he doesn't have to pay taxes, and he's not doing it illegally.
Yeah, you
because
should
that's the
figure
thing.
it
It's not exactly. He's not paying taxes illegally. It's however he has his businesses set up.
Right.
That's how it is.
Found
So
the loophole.
we should change the laws instead. It's don't hate the player, hate the game.
Right.
That's what it is.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Might be the name of the episode, niggas. I don't know. But
Or Trump Pac.
Or Trump Pac. Trump Pac is a good one.
Vladdy Trump Pac.
Trump Pac? Yeah, nigga. Trump Pac. You know what the fuck time it is, nigga. Shit, it might be time for me to give you niggas the motherfucking Florida Man segment
Flow
of the-
Rider.
So, you know, every episode we like to give you all the Florida Man Challenge, which is you put in any date and Florida Man. You go to Google, you put today's date, July 2nd. July 2nd, Florida Man.
That shit should be a TV show.
It should be just reenactments all day, nigga. Like, you know how many reenactments
Like
you
Rescue
do?
911.
Oh.
Just turn it into fucking Florida 911.
Florida Man 911. So there was a couple to choose from. This one I thought was really interesting. Let me see if we can get this. The title was Florida Man sits on gun and shoots himself in the penis.
Yellow.
Yeah, so I mean, this story was like a quick post, so I don't have much information on it.
Post nays.
But yeah, shout out to that man who shot a dick off, or in the penis. They didn't say he shot it off.
If you got a fucking bullet lodged in your dong, you're walking around with a piece on you, man. If that shit don't go through it, that just if your dong can just
Withstand a nice 22 buck.
you walk around with a piece, and I respect it.
Right.
Listen.
Oh, but shout out to that man. They didn't say his name, but yeah, he shoved the pistol down his trousers and blew it off, man.
Damn.
You know, it was a toss-up between that story and the Florida man accused of putting semen in his coworker's water. You know, it was a tough one, but I think shooting your penis off with a gun is a lot better.
Yeah. And that's a hell of a story to tell.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm just like, there was a situation similar when I was younger down in Bridgeport, Park City, in the hood in Marina Village. We went to visit some friends and my mother's friends in Marina Village, which was a lot of shit going on. And the other kids, we got together. You know, I probably was like 7 maybe or 8. And hey, y'all went together, we're going to play guns. We played guns all the time when we were younger. We get the plastic, everybody get the guns. We broke up into teams. You know, we played pretend military shit. So little T-Tink, little Tank decided, I'm going to go get mine. Came back with his brother's or father's real gun. He had like a little 22, 25.
These are the stories.
You know what I mean? And he's like, so immediately kind of like, I ain't want to do it. I'm going home. I ain't fucking with this nigga.
Right.
So my brother was like, let's just roll out. Nah, we don't want to play no more. Obviously not. He brought a real fucking gun. We're trying to play guns, and he's got a real one.
Right.
The game's over. So he tried to do the Thug Paradise shit and put it in his back. He slid it behind him, and the shit went off and shot himself in the ass cheek, man.
Wow.
And we're all, now mind you, we're all the same age. So we're like, he's probably 7, 8, you know what I mean? I got mine. Only put it like in the movies. Put it right in the rear trousers. Had his finger on that trigger. That shit went off and popped him in the buttocks. There's a whole big thing over there, man. It's like my mother's like, see, that's why we came in the house. That's why we came in. We knew that nigga team was going to do it. Shot himself in the ass.
Shot himself in the butt meat.
So it can't happen. I mean, Plaxico Burrs, I think, just missed his dick and shot himself in the foot or in the leg. You know what I mean? It might have been a cold night that night. Nigga didn't have no hang time.
Shriveled on it.
Pop. Oh, shit.
The AC in the club.
Look, at that point, the motherfucker don't even give a fuck. Now, I know I wouldn't even give a fuck about, you know, where I'm shot at unless it's the dick. The first thing, if I know that gun goes off in that region, first thing I'm doing is grabbing the dick. It's the leg, all right, cool. That's cool, but I thought it was the dick. As long as it's not the dick,
Right.
the leg, we can handle that. Give me
It's
a
gonna
tourniquet.
be okay.
Give me a tourniquet. We get that right. Don't put a tourniquet on my dick.
Don't squeeze it like that, baby.
There's no tourniquet dick. We've had that discussion before about like girls that think yanking
With
on this
the
shit
grip.
is right. Yanking on it is like you might have seen that in a movie,
Yeah.
or the last nigga you was with was into that. Not me. I'm not into that aggressive yanking shit, especially after I release.
I don't need that clasp.
Right. It's like I release, everything is kind of sensitive. You want to start. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not into that shit, man. I don't like niggas that are into that pain is pleasure shit or do that. You know what I mean? Yank it, kick me, step on my groin with high heels. What the fuck is you doing?
No, thank you.
Right. So you niggas just keep your penis intact, man. So how you do that is by not shooting it off and don't let people crush and step on it. Love your body.
True.
Love your body. Because at the end of the day, my niggas.
It's the beginning of the night, and I'd like to say, hey, episode 80 was weird.
And 80 was weird, and there was a lot of pride going on. And so stop cultural appropriating to the gays. They don't like it, I don't think. Well, if they do, let us know.
203-594-6977.
And get your shit together, niggas.
Truth.
I am Young Pastry.
Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS is spelled correct.
We thank you, niggas, for listening and watching Watermelon versus Pumpkin, nigga. Watermelon versus Pumpkin.
Gourd Wars continue. So sweet.
Love you, niggas.